Of course, our favorite time of the week. It is our Faith Friday, and we are overly excited about our next guest. He is known for his roles in shows like Scandal, Big Bang Theory, West Wing, and now he's expanding his resume with the Chutzpod podcast. So let's bring in now, here he is, Joshua Malina, with his podcast partner, nationally renowned faith leader, Rabbi Shira Stutman. Good to have you both, and who wants to take credit? Who came up with the name of the podcast? Because it's simple and it's brilliant. Who was it?
That was Joshua.
Okay. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, right. Joshua, she said it was a group effort. Oh, no, you say it's a group effort. She said it was you. So what was it, Joshua?
I think she's blaming me, maybe, rather than giving me credit. We tossed around a lot of names, and we came up with Chutzpod, which, of course, is based on the Hebrew and Yiddish word chutzpah, or which means brashness, boldness, cheekiness, even.
Well, and again, Rabbi, it's brilliant and it's simple, but it almost it could almost start off with almost a joke. Okay, a rabbi and a Hollywood actor walk into a bar, and then we end up here. So how did you all, Rabbi, end up here where you two are together doing a podcast called Chutzpod?
Well, first of all, a rabbi and an actor walk into a bar was one of the names we were trying out for the podcast itself. So you got it. So Joshua and I were very lucky to meet. We met at a few times at the synagogue I used to work at called 6th and I in Washington, D.C. Yep. But we really got to know each other on a trip for Jewish leaders, Jewish influencers to the West Bank. To learn more about Palestinian life there with a group called Encounter. And we had an incredibly intense few days together. And there were days filled with laughter and tears and deep thinking. And I knew at the end of those 4 days that Joshua was someone I wanted to stay in touch with for as long as possible.
And Joshua, I do want to ask you, you all put these out, but you did a bonus episode. Why was it important to do one after we saw the hostage situation at the synagogue in Texas? Why was it important to hop on and have an extra conversation?
Well, all of us that are involved with the podcast, as well as much of the country and the world, were watching this horrific situation play out kind of live. And so we were really attuned to what was happening. We were scared. We were concerned. And once it was resolved, again, Baruch Hashem, safely for the hostages that were taken, we decided we had to say something. Not that we had any kind of answers, but let's hop on the air, talk about how we're feeling, and share maybe some of the questions and some of the feelings that the event had on us and how we were affected. It just seemed like the thing to do.
All right, well, we always come to this point in our Faith Friday. We usually only have one Faith Friday guest. We have two, so our producer asked, right, we come to this point where we get final thoughts, right, the words of inspiration for the weekend. And Josh, I'm sorry, our producer said they asked you and you said, I got nothing. So Rabbi, we're going to give you the floor. Rabbi, it's yours. Give our viewers that final message of inspiration going into the weekend.
The podcast that dropped today, the episode that dropped today on chutzpod.com, is all about the moment when the Israelite people stood at Mount Sinai about to receive the Torah, our sacred scripture. And Josh and I talk a lot about everyday acts of revelation. We have the peak moments, and then we have the everyday moments. And so I guess what I'm hoping for me, for my family, for you, your family, and the country, is that this be a weekend filled with noticing everyday acts of revelation.
Thank you both so much. And we want everybody to know that new episodes of the Chutzpod podcast are available everywhere Friday for free on demand across major podcast platforms. And Rabbi, I think you heard chutzpod.com as well. Did I hear you correctly?
That's it. You got it.
It's there as well. So thank you all so much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.